getting right into it, is there anything you wish didn't make to air this season?
On the show? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my gosh, so many things. I mean, I'm going to go right back to Garcelle's birthday. It was such a fun night, too. I started out so fun.
It was really a fun night.
It really was a fun night, a beautiful night.
Which didn't air.
You know, I can't help it that I was overserved. No, I think a lot of that night, you know, and I think also, and I've said it before, a lot of it gets lost, like especially in our friendship. You know, they don't always highlight the fun and the good stuff. So I'm like, why didn't that make it in there? And then this stuff does, because we never had any, like, we had one little blip after Garcelle's party, and I called her first thing in the morning, and I said, I feel so bad. I want you to know how sorry I am, and I love you. And we talked it through. We were fine. But you can't feel that. So I regret that whole night.
So people also came for you a lot on social media this year, which is unlike you.
Right.
What was it like dealing with that this season?
Oh my gosh, it was really, really hard. I was in London doing press for the Housewives, and I started seeing all these things after her birthday aired, and I felt so bad. And when I saw the episode, I felt terrible. I felt terrible that, you know, about everything across the board. And I wanted to call Garcelle, but I was like 9 hours ahead or something. So I waited till it was like 5 a.m. your time, right, to send her a text. And then it was so bad, my anxiety from watching the show and seeing, you know, you feel so misunderstood and you can't explain to everybody. I'm actually a good person. I'm a mom myself. So I had to stop. That's when I had to stop watching the show. And I've never had to do that in 12 years. But it got that bad. The online bullying this year has been really, really crazy for everybody. And even with, you know, Jax and my daughter Portia, it's been relentless.
So, do you all have one thing you've seen yourself that you remember watching on the episode and thinking that you completely acted wrong?
When I screamed at Sutton.
Okay.
I mean, that was really intense. Yeah. So to see it back, I was quite horrified. Yeah.
And
Sorry.
Great.
Owning it. Yes, baby. Owning it. Yeah.
Come through for owning it. Erica, do you have any?
Well, I think like the worst thing I've ever done on the 7 years that I've been was Jax, which I felt really bad about and apologized for.
Well, I would say the worst by far was Garcelle's birthday, basically from the time I got there till I left. Everything about that night was my least favorite for the whole season. That's actually when I stopped watching.
I adore Sutton. She's a great friend, open-minded, forgiving. And I appreciate our friendship, and it's my commitment to keep that forward.
First of all, I just want to say that being on this show is the hardest thing I've ever done, and I can attest to all the women probably feel the same way. We show so much of our lives. I feel like we are brave. We don't get enough credit for being who we are, what we do. I think for me, what I wish I had done differently is, I mean, I felt like I did talk to Erica about what I was concerned about, but I think she did not like the fact that I talked to the other girls about it, and I wish I'd done that differently.
Of course, I think I totally regret and have apologized towards Dorit's break-in. I hated that moment, and you know, and we've talked about this at great lengths, and not proud of it, and would take it back a million times if I could. I also want to say this, I mean, truly, I really regret something in the reunion that we've already seen. I did not speak up for Garcelle and Jax enough. It's terrible. We all agree with that. And I'm just sorry I didn't say anything and defend her and let all of you know that I think it's terrible and wrong. And I just want to say that publicly for you.
After watching this season, the scenes of you being intoxicated, did you understand why Garcelle had concerns?
No, because I didn't have concerns. No, and I don't think anybody really around me did. I think that, look, I was lashing out in a lot of ways. And that's what it was. You know, it's somebody under a lot of pressure on television, getting their ass kicked daily. It is what it is. So, you know, and you get to enjoy it.
And what has been the hardest part of this season for you?
I think I don't know. It's kind of been like one never-ending season for me. Like, it's never really stopped because the turmoil in my life just got heavier. So I don't know that it was one particular thing. It was the entire grind of it all.
And do you have any other housewives from any other franchises that you're really close to?
I have housewives that reach out to me, and I'm very grateful for that. Yeah.
And where are you right now with all of your legal proceedings?
I'm winning. Yeah, I'm doing really well, and I'm very pleased about that because once all of this started, all I asked for was time and some understanding. And so 2 years now down the road, we're getting some really great rulings, and I'm grateful for that. And more to go, but I'm in a much better place than I was, and I'm very grateful.
Lisa Rinna.
Yes, Brad.
Well, Andy Cohen has deemed other housewife disasters on Twitter before. Do you think you're a disaster on social media?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm my own worst enemy. I mean, I think we all are, you know, when we take a look at it. And I will say that is kind of how I reacted to everything this year, and I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend like going to your therapist and having your feelings with your therapist. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing what I did.
Online therapy via Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, no, that was not good.
You could probably make a really good living with that.
With what?
Like helping people with their Twitters, like control it. Pull it back.
Well, I can tell you how to not do it.
Exactly.
I could tell you, we could have an app where every time you have an urge to post something, I pop and I say, no, don't do it!
Get it working.
You'll regret it. It will cause so many problems for your life and you will be
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Brad.